For years now, I've had this dream of building out my own stealthy camper van that's suitable for full-time living, remote work, and can also fit my bicycles. So meet Nuino. She's a 2017 Citroen Jumper, which is pretty much the same as a Peugeot Boxer, Fiat Ducato or a Ram ProMaster. She is 6 meters long and medium-sized roof, so I can still stand inside and have some room left. I'm 1.8 meters. Up front we have a full kitchen with a huge sink, running water. We have this huge cutting board, which is a huge lifesaver in such a tiny home. It's for extra counter space. An air fryer, something that you don't see too often in a van build. Spice rack, cleaning stuff. And my favorite thing is when I move the air fryer away, we have a hidden gas stove. So I can cook pretty much anything. So here we have a drawer for cutlery, mugs, bowls, and then we have another drawer for forks, knives, whatever else, some plates. And actually we have a hidden pan here. Gas is behind this one. And up here we have a shoe rack. That's pretty awesome to have. And of course we have a fridge as well. It slides out and then you can open it like this. It's 40 liters for this one, and because I can be pretty crazy about ice cream, there's also another one here that I use for ice cream, frozen berries, frozen pizza. When I'm cooking, I can either open the side door for some air or just use the Air Max Deluxe, which is pretty awesome. It opens up, it has 10 speeds, it can pull air in or suck it out. A small tip for you: in a mobile home, everything has to be strapped down, otherwise it's just gonna go flying around everywhere. It can cause a lot of damage. So I've installed all these custom latches and locks and magnets for all my drawers. And for bigger objects, I like to use bungee cords. For example, for my air fryer or my chair, I can just strap it down somewhere and I'm good to go. Since I work remotely, I needed a functional office space. So here's my custom laptop stand, a movable monitor, Wi-Fi, real keyboard, mouse, a stool that can spin around, and can put my legs up, and I can look out of the window that I have here. I actually wanted this place to be suitable for 2 people working, so I built this thing. There's another table here, so 2 people can be working. And yes, everything is run on solar power. I've got 400 watts of flexible solar panels on the roof. I can monitor it from here. I can see if it's charging or not. I can turn on and off the lights from here. And there's also this switch here, which turns on the diesel heater, which can warm up the whole place pretty quickly. And of course, all the walls are soundproofed, insulated, so it keeps the whole place warmer during the winter time and a little colder during the summertime. So the electrical system is here under the second seat. It opens up like this. Here we have a custom battery. It's 1440 watts, which is not a lot. We have all sorts of breaker systems here. The solar controller. I can also charge while driving, so I can just switch it on from here. And there's also a 1000 watts inverter here, which is not enough to run my air fryer or my blender, for example. For running those things, I actually use an EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. It's 2000 watts and I can just go anywhere with it. It's 25 kilos, but that's fine. So for my safety, I have fire extinguishers, a CO2 detector, another gas detector for propane and stuff. And now on to the storage space. So above here we have these overhead cupboards. They use gas struts, so they stay up, which is pretty convenient. I've got food, a blender, of course gotta have lots of plant milks, porridge, peanut butter, bread, seeds, whatever else. Here we have some room for necessities like, what are they, meal prep boxes, rags, a bit of toilet paper, first aid, cleaning supplies, lights, batteries, whatever else. I've got these headlamps. They're pretty awesome for when you want to go out. A small mirror so I can trim my beard. There's also some more space here. Have some camera stuff, chargers, whatever else. Hooks, gotta love those. Hooks here, hooks here, hooks here. For some more storage space, we have this sliding door. And there's a ton of stuff here. So here we have a cupboard for clothes. I can actually have hanging clothes like hoodies, jackets, vests, even a suit for more glamorous stuff. And I got these boxes for my clothes, shirts, pants back there, underwear drawer, socks, boxers, and here's bedding, a hair dryer. Below here we have this interesting invention named a toilet, porta potty. I think that's the biggest one they have. It's a chemical toilet. You can just dump it at gas stations and stuff. So far I haven't had much issue with smells. How it works is you pump some water and then you can flush it. Boom, there you go. Shows how much water there is, and you can also see when it fills up. So that's pretty good. And I built some storage for toilet paper and whatever else is needed for the toilet. And this here is where the magic happens. The bed is 180 centimeters by 140. So it's good for two people. I may have to sleep a little bit diagonally unless I curl up, but I mean, I love that there's room here. Some vans feel so cramped up here because I can sit up and it's not a problem. I built this laptop stand here so you can hook it up to the TV, stream movies. There's storage for phones, TV remote, reading lights. I can switch the lights from here, turn on the max fan. We have curtains for some privacy. Like if you open up your doors, you can just close it off a little bit. To keep the bugs off, I can use this white thing. There are also small PC fans in the corners there, so it keeps the air moving. But my absolute favorite thing about the whole bedroom is the massive skylight here. I can stargaze here, I can open it up, even climb to the roof. I can clean my solar panels from up there, and or I can just close it, or there's a box screen here so to get some fresh air but no bugs, you can just use that. And now it's time to check out the so-called garage where all the fun toys are. The first thing that you obviously see is nothing. We have curtains to have some privacy so nobody can see in and think of stealing stuff. Now you can climb up here, you can go to the bed, climb out of the bed. Here we have the fun stuff. So I needed to have bicycles in here, so I built it so that it can basically fit 2 or 3 bikes depending on the sizes. A lot of tools like a bike pump, shovels, brooms. You can even use the compressor to fill up your tires. So you might be wondering why my bike is upside down. I actually found it more comfortable, takes up less space for me. Like I tried out different ways to have my bike, but this way I can just pull my bike out a little bit, put the front wheel on, pull it out, and I'm ready to go have some fun. So I have installed a few of these removable hooking systems, so you can pretty much just put a hook wherever you need it, hang your wheel there, and you're good to go. So you can install it here. I can put my helmet here. Awesome. We have a motion detecting flashlight, so when it's dark you can still see stuff. I built this shelf here and it has a lot of tools like straps and whatever else that you might need on the road. As you can see, we have a lot of mounting options on the doors. Up top we have these handles that you can use for opening, closing the doors, or hanging towels, for example. And then we have these pockets on both sides, so you can put whatever you want in there. And then this huge hanging thing where you have a lot of different pockets. I have like lots of tape and whatever things I might need in the bed. I can put my phone here. And here's our water system, a water pump, a 100-liter water tank. You can empty it from here, so you can just pull it out and you can fill it using the hose from a tap, or just open it here and then fill it some other way. Our water is also filtered, so we have a water filter here when we fill the tank, when it goes through the pump, and then there's also a water filter by the sink, and then we also have an outdoor shower. So you can just take it from here, open the tap, it will fill up, and then you can shower. It has 3 ways you can spill water. So basically you can wash yourself wherever you want, like somewhere out there in the nature, by a beach, like wash your feet off after walking on sand, or wash your bike after a muddy ride. It's pretty awesome. So for some extra safety, I have installed a few extra things to the van. For example, we have these safety locks that make it hard to break into the van. And we also have these motion detecting cameras that let me know when somebody is inside or outside the van. I get a notification to my phone. I can see what's going on. I can hear stuff, and I can also speak to the people around the van. So basically I can let them know that I can see them, and I can call the police. And here up front, it's pretty much just a regular 2017 van. It has power windows, power steering, your control buttons on the wheel, a Webasto heater that's really handy in the winter time, so you can heat up the motor, the inside, gets rid of the snow on the windshield, a 6-speed manual transmission, a radio, Bluetooth, great speakers. We have a cruise control that's really handy to have on a highway, for example. We also have a built-in reversing camera that's really useful to have. It has extra lights, so when you're turning it on, you can see even in the dark. It's so good. I can't see myself going back to a car without one, especially when you can't reverse using a window like in a normal car. So this way you can see what's behind you, and it seems to be pretty accurate. So on the passenger side, we have a regular 2-seater, storage space, whatever, everything works the way it's supposed to. And that's pretty much it. It's been a fun experience building the van. If you want to see something in more detail, have some questions about the build or van life in general, then let me know. And also I'm gonna take the van on a trip through Europe very soon. So if you wanna see how it goes, just make sure to subscribe. And also I might actually sell the van, because I'm thinking of moving back to Australia and build a new one there. So if somebody's interested, there's gonna be a link down below. But now I think it's time for you to leave. So it was nice to see you, but now get out of my house.